silence. So let's continue. Latosha, did you ever tell anyone about your abuse? A friend, a family member, a coworker? Did you ever tell anybody? I know you said they probably saw the scars and everything, and you worked at a hospital, but did you ever actually tell somebody, I need help, my husband beat the hell out of me? Did you ever tell anyone?
No, because of shame, because I feared judgment and labeling, and I just didn't want any of my family members to go after him. I just thought that I can handle it in-house, as far as family. But there was a particular incident, Vanessa, where the first slap came, and that was shortly after we got married. So we got married March 21st, 1992. March 24th, 1992, he left for boot camp training for the United States Army. It didn't work out. He got a discharge and was back home June 3rd, maybe. That night, I had to get pregnant with twins.
Wow.
And moved in with at his crowded mother's house. I mean,
moved in with mama's house.
A whole bunch of people. Because while he was gone, I was at my grandma's house.
Oh, wow.
And there was so many people there. We moved in with promises that we'd get our own place.
So this time, are you pregnant with twins, or you already had the twins unless your other child, your oldest was baby?
No, I had Amber, which was about 2, and I had a 6-month-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're pregnant with twins.
But at that time he came back, no, she was almost 1. She was turning 1 that September. She was about 9.
Okay.
So in July, that same year, early part of August, first slap came. And I was so angry because my in-laws called him and did not act on it. They didn't say, they called him booty, that's not right, or don't be hitting that girl, or, and you know, they all know, friends, they have wedding pictures like crazy.
So he did it in front of everybody?
Yeah. And they did not intervene at all. I'm like, okay, that's just them.
Right.
And so that one slap was enough for me.
Right.
That night, I got my baby stroller, and I put the 9-month-old stroller. I am sick, that's all I was, with my twins. And Amber was walking. We walked about 12, 13 blocks in the middle of the night to my grandmother's house, to my childhood home. I get there, I knew my grandmother had to arrive because she worked 3 to 11:30 shift. So I knew she wasn't asleep. And thank God she wasn't. And I get there, she opened the door, who is that? I said, Mom, it's me, Tasha. She looking outside, how did you get here? I said, I walked, why are you here? And so I told her, I said, well, so he hit me. And she saw the slap. I was not expecting this answer, though. I was not expecting this reaction from my grandmother. She told me to go home.
Okay.
Mama said, Tasha, you can stay here tonight, but in the morning you gotta go home. And I said, why? She said, baby, you married him. And I guess this was because my mama was from Mississippi, and I guess this was the norm. He had multiple children, and I guess, you know,
that's all she knew.
That's all she knew, yeah. And I'm in disbelief, and I'm like, what? She said, no, baby, you married, you gotta go home. And sure enough, that next morning, she said, be gone by the time I get home from work. And I was angry for decades. You know, and it bothered me, but until she explained to me years later, I didn't know that my grandmother had dealt with abuse. And she didn't educate herself. There were no resources out there. They took that lick and kept on taking.
Right.
Or took that lick and however they said.
Right.
But up here in the South, up here in the North, that didn't rest well with me.
Right, of course.
And I knew that was not normal behavior. I saw my mother go through it. So it is generational. And unfortunately, 3 of my babies have had to go through it.
Right. Right.
But they were smart.
Right. And you said his mother.
His mother went to
Right.
me.
Right.
And unfortunately, the end result was killing his father for it. But that hurt my soul, and I believe this is why I kept it hidden and buried inside, because Mama, I just knew, I wasn't expecting that to come from Mama,
Right.
my grandmother,
Right.
the one who had me since I was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you not love me anymore? Why would you say that?
Right.
What if I come up dead?
Right.
Until later. And I understood why.
But at the time you didn't.
I did not, and I was angry at my grandmother for years.
Right.
For years. And I never told her. I just dealt with the abuse. And I literally didn't come around. I was isolated, and I didn't go to work.
Do you recall what happened after you made it back home the next day? Was he upset? Was he looking for you? Or anything
No.
happened after that?
One of my aunts took me home. He didn't even come down to my grandmother's house to get me. One of my aunts took me home. And even with that, she didn't say anything. They saw the mark. She had to. They didn't even question why I was at Mama's house. Why you spent the night last night? Gosh, nobody asked anything. And I walked into the home. The door was always open. They had playing cards. And that was a smoking family. They were smoking cigarettes.
Wow. Gosh, let me ask you something. After all this abuse that you went through, 15 years, constantly beating on you, strangling you, choking you, whatever the case may be, did he ever apologize?
Not once. Not once. There was no remorse. There was no I'm sorry. I'm the mother of 4 of his children. Not one time did it me and say, I'm sorry for doing these things to you. Not once. And that really kind of broke my spirit. Because all of my children were born natural except one. All of his children, I should say. He's seen them born. Even the one that I had Syrian with. How could you do this to the mother of your children? I carried them for 9 months. They have no, deformalities.
Right.
They're very smart, beautiful young ladies. Healthy, full term. How could you do this to me? This is why my rage, this is why I was angry.
Right.
Once I came to terms that, okay, this is not right, this is not the norm. So why did you allow him to beat on you like this?
Right. But did he make up for that? Sometimes when you hear that we may apologize, oh baby, I'm sorry, or go buy you something, or bring you flowers the next day, and then a week later he's whooping on you again.
Yeah.
So what was his sort of remorse if he never actually apologized?
Well, money. He knew that I liked to shop, and he would give me money. I guess that was his way of saying I'm sorry. But that's all I can think of, really. It was just, never really bought me anything. He never was a flower guy. I mean, he was a good provider. The check came home. It was just a portion of it was missing. He came home every day. He loved the girl. He did. Even his 2 stepdaughters, he loved them. But he just had a problem with the package in his pants. And he wanted a wife and mistresses. He wanted to compromise, I guess. But that was his way of telling me, okay, I'm sorry. Verbally, never. He never said, I'll never do it again. Never. And it just became adamant to me that it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again.
Tasha, can you say, after all the stuff this man have done to you, from all the abuse, have you ever forgiven him? Deep down inside, like, you know what, I forgive you. Although you messed me up mentally, emotionally, physically, have you forgiven him?
Vanessa, it took a while. Post 7 years, actually. As I said, the external scars heal faster, way faster than the internal scars. But how I know I have forgiven him wholeheartedly is because I can sit and have a conversation with you,
anyone, the women that I mentor, the women at the shelter, I can talk without having malice in my heart, hatred, calling them out his name. I can smile while I'm giving my testimony.
Okay.
And so, yes, I have forgiven him wholeheartedly.
And how did you forgive him? What do you remember when you forgave him?
It took a lot. It took a lot. It took a lot of courage. But I had God with me. I'm going to tell you how I forgave him, briefly. So it was December 2013. I am asleep in my bed, and the Lord woke me up. He put 3 people, gave me 3 images. One of them was my ex-husband, last abuse. And it was as if the Holy Spirit said, forgive them. These are the 3 people I want you to face and forgive. I didn't know how I was going to face them. I didn't even know if I was going to forgive them. But in my obedience, I did. It took a lot. And God set that thing up so good, Lord Jesus. He set it up so good that he didn't wait till the end of 2014. He hit it at the beginning, January, February, March.
Wow.
So let's skip over January. I'm not going to talk about March. February 14th, 2014, my ex-husband's birthday. Now, I'm the type of mommy that when my babies come home from school, I've always made goodie bags. They've always taken their lunch and Easter bags for the candy. And so this particular day is Valentine's Day. Love Day. So I'm making their baskets, so when they come home, ooh, I got a bag for the candy and things like that. But I ran out of some supplies. So my baby, who's now 27, my second daughter, she had just bought her first car. And I was like, why don't you come run me to the store and let's see how the car drives. So my youngest had made it home already, but her bag was still. And I think I had the bag, but I think it ripped or something. So I ran to Walgreens, close by my house, and my daughter drove me to Walgreens. And I get in there, and just so happened the supplies that I needed was down the card aisle. So, but it was, a little ways, a couple feet down. And I remember all the guys down there trying to find last-minute cards. So they
as usual, last-minute gifts. Not my hubby, of course. You better be on point. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. And I just so happened to hear this laugh that was familiar to me. And I glanced, and immediately, instantly.
That was him?
That was him.
Oh, my God.
Instantly, palpitations kicked in. I sweated, and so my baby girl, who's 18 now, she goes, Mom, what is wrong with you? I said, we got to go. I had grabbed what I needed, still grabbed what I needed, but we got to go. And so it is the Holy Spirit was like, I tell you to do something. I'm like, I got to go.
Not today. Oh, my God.
Fear instantly kicked in of him, although I had been gone for 7 years. So I'm in line, paid for my purchases and everything, and so Walgreens back then was that, or the Sometimes rack was over there by cosmetics. And I just so happened to look up at my bag, and he's standing there. Like, how the heck did you get down here so fast? Again, the Holy Spirit said, I told you to do something. And I'm here rebellious, like, no, Lord, I can't. And I stopped, and even the clerk was like, you okay, ma'am? My baby was like, Mom, you okay? And so she said, I'm going to the car to get my other daughter. She called her by name. I said, no, I'm okay. And I prayed. I said, okay, Lord, but I need you to be with me. I need you to protect me. So before I knew it, I had walked back over, got my dad, walked on the other side where he was. He was just standing there like a statue. And I said, oh, hello. Hello. Kind of on the phone. Hey, Angel. And I said, happy birthday. She goes, thanks. So he looks at my baby girl, and he calls her, my other daughter, who's 5 years older than her. And she goes, I'm not Ashley. And she began to take steps back. So my instinct is to protect her. So I walked in front of her, thinking that he was going to strike her. And he go, oh, I'm sorry, why are you so big? And began to have conversation because he paid child support, but he refused to see the baby. And he hadn't seen them in 7 years. So immediately I uttered the words, happy birthday, and I forgive you. I said, happy birthday again. I said, I want you to know that I forgive you for everything that you've done to me. And I I pray that God have mercy on your soul. And at this time, my baby had hit my hand, and we were getting ready to walk away.
Okay.
And well, nobody was in the words. My ex-husband stated, I heard him say, I forgave you a long time ago.
Then what?
And I turned around, and so the enemy tried to get the best of me. But again, God was with me. He heard me.
Oh.
And I was going to say some not so Christian words.
Right.
I was ready to call him all types of names.
Right. He said he forgave you. And you even let him, a honest man, and bear him through all this abuse.
Yeah.
But he forgave you.
I forgave you a long time ago. For what? But all I did, I smiled. I raised these cheeks and I smiled. And I walked away. And I want to tell you all, instantly, the chains were broken. I was no longer in bondage. I freed myself that day, not for him. Because I hear people say that it's saying forgive, but not for you, for the other person. I've heard one of they're saying in one of the Fire Fairy movies.
Yeah.
But I forgave him for my kids, for the other women, for the many times I had sex with him and didn't want to, for the nasty words he said to me, for the blows, for the bloody nose, for the bloody lips, for the busted eyes. I forgave him for all of those things, and I released, and I never looked back. And this is how I'm able to sit here today, and other situations and tell my story. I'm so grateful to God that He trusted me. I was going to be rebellious.
Of course.
But the Lord.
I mean, because it freaked you out. So I think you're human, you know.
Yeah.
It freaked you out, but you listened.
And I listened. And the Lord has been good to me every step.
Wow.
Every step. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful, so grateful. So I'm grateful for what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me, knowing from what occurred in your past relationship, post-relationship, so after that, after you get divorced, all that good stuff, were you afraid to date again? You know, or did you take time to learn about you? Did you focus on you? Because sometimes people get out of a relationship and go to the next relationship, and the next relationship. Did you ever get a chance to focus on Latosha, Denise? Let me focus on me. Let me focus on my baby before I can have somebody else come into our circle. Tell me about that.
Oh, Vanessa. I did. And it was very challenging for me.
Okay.
I did not allow myself to heal the relationships that I had. I can count on one hand. I've never been that type of woman that's just, I'm not mad.
Okay.
But the relationships that I was involved in before I married my husband now, they only lasted like 3 months. And I got tired. And then it seemed like I became the abuser.
Really?
I began that power and control thing, and I had a couple of dates that tell me, they told me I was abused.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it would get to the point, if you are a minute late picking me up, or we're meeting somewhere, I'm leaving. Or we could be at a restaurant, you say, the wrong thing, I'm leaving. That's just how messed up in the mind I was about the abuse that I had endured for 15 years.
Tasha, did you ever share what happened to you in post-relationship? You know, I'm asking because, you know, sometimes, like back in the day, my mom used to say, whatever happens in your house, stay in your house. You know, whatever happens to you, don't tell every guy you date what happened to you in the past, because they always use that to throw it back in your face.
Yeah.
So, did you ever tell the few guys you did talk to or date for a few months what occurred to you, what your ex did to you? Or even your relationship now, your marriage now, did you tell anyone what happened to you?
And to be honest, as I stated earlier, I did. Well, I really didn't have to. They told me. And so it was adamant that I had dealt with some form of abuse. And one of them didn't know if it was being molested or domestic violence abuse. But out of the 3 of the relationships that I had, 2 of them told me that, yeah, you've been in some trauma. As far as my husband now, of course I share some information with my husband, of course. And not so much, he really doesn't talk about it because it angers him.
Okay.
He doesn't throw it up in my face, but he will go, okay, Tasha, you need to calm down. You know, we agree to disagree.
Right.
Go through. But no, my husband now, Kevin, he hasn't brought it up because he knows how sensitive that subject is. If anything, he doesn't want to talk about it. And it kind of hurts him, and he's uncomfortable when he supports me at my event.
Okay.
And hearing my testimony over and over again.
Right.
But, no, that's one thing I can say to my husband now. He never did.
Okay.
Thus far.
Okay.
If anything, you know, he would start like this. You know, we'd be talking, I can see his hands going in because, you know, he knows that he protects me now.
Right.
He's my protector. And he knows that nothing is going to happen. Even though my 6 daughters are grown, and we have grandkids now, he knows that he still has to protect me and these 6 babies. So he don't really get angry. So I try to refrain from him coming to some of my events because of it, but he comes anyway and support, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. If you were to see your ex today, just random, walking down the street. Oh, I gotta take a sip on it. Okay, let's take a sip. All right.
And I want to take a toast to whatever it says.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So, if you were to see your ex today,
Ooh, thank you, Jesus.
what would you say?
Absolutely nothing. To be honest, you thought I was great. It's like, yeah, I thought I was great. But it's I wouldn't say a damn thing, but I love and keep it moving. What do we have to talk about?
Yeah.
Now, let me clear that up. Let me clean that up. Good. Okay. When I say damn thing, we haven't even talked about. Our kids are grown.
Right.
You can call your baby.
Right.
But the such a sassy, classy female that I am, I would probably say hey, or probably, but not say anything. We have nothing
Right.
to talk about. Nothing. Yeah. And I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How have you protected yourself from abuse in other relationships?
Well, I had to know the signs.
Okay.
I educated myself. The triggers, yeah. The red flags. I had to educate myself enough to know, okay, this conversation is going that way, or he's talking this way, or his voice goes up this way, or even if he calls his baby mama a B-word, or you're not taking care of your children, all of that is signs of abuse to me.
Right.
And so I refrain from getting into relationships with those individuals. And this is why I say I can count on one hand how many relationships I've been in prior to me getting married now.
Okay.
Yeah, and so even with my husband now, that was almost, I'm not marrying you.
Right.
You know, my husband is 6 years older than me, and my husband's street smart. I'm street and book smart, but he, you know, was in the street at one point. And he, you can't literally pull anything over my husband's head right now. But I didn't understand his character while we were dating. I didn't understand his body language. Although I had healed from my first marriage and the abuse, I still didn't understand my husband's now. His position on some things. I'm running off at the mouth, and he'll just sit back and listen. And I want a reaction out of you. You know what I'm saying? You know. And so kids would be like, I'm gone. I'm gonna let you later. You know. And I can't until I calm down. You know. And so, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have to find any with him.
Well, moving on. Bigger than things. Congrats on your new book.
Thank you.
Yes, congrats. She has a new book entitled Unveil, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. I want you to share with me how you came up with that title, Unveil, and also that beautiful picture over there. I want you to explain to me how that picture came to be, why you chose that picture for the cover of your book, okay? We're going to talk about that when we come back, okay? So stay tuned, guys. We have a little bit more to share with you about very serious topic of domestic violence. We'll get to a lighter note, talk about her book, Unveil, okay? So stay tuned. Come back soon. Thanks. Okay, so your book, Unveil, that's come out spring 2019.
Yeah.
I am so loving this cover. So it's saying Surviving Domestic Violence, Unveil by Latosha, Denise, a 10-step activity and resource guide to surviving and moving beyond abuse. Tell me how you came up with that cover and with that title, Unveil.
Sure. So as you stated and reiterated throughout our segment, I am Latosha Denise. I am the author of Unveil, my journey of faith through a domestic violence relationship. And so to answer your question, dealing with domestic violence, there was supposed to be, it should appear to be a happy and a sad, with the veil covering one of the eyes. But because I was not happy at all throughout the 15 years of abuse, maybe for 3 months, the first 3 months maybe I was happy about being married. But right after that, in 1992 until 2007, the abuse started. So this is not another biography about what he did or said or she said. This is, God gave me a vision to talk about, to write this book, and inside it details things to do to survive DV, and a little bit of things that I did to survive DV. And so one of my chapters, one of my steps in the book is one of the chapters is finding yourself. Oftentimes you find yourself by yourself. And yes, it's a book, you understand, what I meant by that. But I want this book to be a resource for shelters, for schools, for women and men, LGBT community, anyone. I want this book to go overseas. And it's filled with activities, it's filled with daily affirmations, and it's filled with activities that you can write down yourself, the do's and the don'ts and what I'm going to do. So I don't want to share too much about it because I want you guys to get out and purchase the book, but it took me 2 years to write, and it just details hurt, from hurt to hurt, and it's just filled with steps and activities, and I want it to be shared in schools. And then another reason is because what I'm noticing, as Vanessa stated, I am a state investigator, and what I'm noticing is DV, domestic violence, is not a married couple, a couple that's in a long-term relationship. They're really point-in-time teens, you all. Our teens as young as 13, 12, 10 are being abused. And they think that is love.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have to stop this generational curse. These are our babies. They go into kind of control our social stability. They're falling into prostitution. They're falling into sex trafficking, human trafficking, and they're losing themselves because the generation curse has not been broken. Their fathers. And it's just carrying on to our young men. And we got girls out here fighting into their age.
So it works both ways.
Absolutely, it works both ways. And so God gave me the revelation to write Unveil, and I'm super excited, and you guys will be able to go out and grab this, as Vanessa stated.
Spring 2019.
You'll be able to find it online at Amazon.
Okay, so before we end today, what message could you give anyone that's going through domestic violence? What message can you give them about domestic abuse?
Know your signs. Do your research. Know your knowledge. Know that there are resources out here like my domestic violence shelter, Patricia's Place. We have a whole slew around the world. We have individuals that have been through what you're going through to share, not only to share their testimony, they know the signs, they know the steps, they know how to help you, they know how to slide you a piece of paper to contact. Tell someone. Keep a diary. Take pictures. We got iPhones now.
Yes, we do.
Video, record, leave a paper trail. But most importantly, love yourself enough to leave.
and knowing enough is enough.
Yes, it takes a woman 8 to 10 times to leave her abuser. You know, stop worrying about people judging you or labeling you or he's the breadwinner. Pray, God got you. God got you. If you have children, most importantly, leave for them. Save them. I always say at the end of any mentoring session or giving my testimony, join the movement. Save a life. And let's bring it in to the next life.
Okay, so tell me about your business, Patricia Place. Okay,
Yes.
tell me about your own non-profit, right?
Yes.
Patricia's Place, tell me briefly about that and where can we find you on social media?
Patricia's Place is a 501c3 community-based organization. I named Patricia's Place after my mom, Patricia. She's alive and well.
Okay.
She is another survivor. She beats domestic violence.
Okay.
We are a shelter where we provide emergency clothing, shelter, food, and other supportive services. I have an excellent team. I have an excellent board, and we are ready to take in families or more families. Of course, space is available. And to even mentoring.
Okay.
Even if we have an excellent psychiatrist on staff and an attorney to help you do restraining orders and order of protection. We have trips, and I am super excited. God, again, placed this on my heart in 2016, and we placed it on my heart in 2015, and I did not move. And the Holy Spirit was just tugging and tugging and tugging. I'm telling God, I know how to get free.
Because you have a testimony. You have a testimony, and like you being in that situation for so long, you can share with others, and others will gravitate towards you and know that she went through it, I went through it, I don't want to go through it any longer, I don't want my kids to go through it, so let's help each other.
Yes.
Right, so that's awesome. And so where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at www.patriciaspace.org. Go right on into the website, learn a little bit more about me, my board, and everything that we're fighting activities that we have done, and future activities. I am on Twitter, I am on Instagram, and Todd. And I mean, just word of mouth. I do a lot of networking, and so please follow me, and you're able to donate if you want to donate items or even monetary. A lot of times, we just had an election, and a lot of resources for especially our state have been cut out of the budget, and so there's not available resources out there for domestic violence, mental health, and so
Okay, Tasha, I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your story. Oh my God, I mean, you was very encouraged, it took a lot of courage, to share your story about the pain that you went through for 15 years, and you shared it with me, you shared it with everyone about your story. I really appreciate that. But the good thing is that you surpassed that, you over that, you forgiven him, Take a lot to forgive something like that, but you've forgiven him and you have moved on. You're in a better place, and look at you now, teaching others about domestic violence. So I appreciate you for coming on. And again, your book come out in spring 2019. It's unveiled. If you all want to follow her, patriciasplace.org. When you want to donate monetary gifts, if you want to donate clothes or any type of
accessories, children.
Yeah, there you go. Anything you want to donate, please feel free to log on to patriciasplace.org. And you had one last closing remark to say?
And so I didn't fully answer your question earlier. You asked me what was the purpose of the book, and the purpose of Unveiled is to bring awareness about the silent killer. No one wants to talk about it. They feel shame. They feel that they're going to be judged or labeled. And I'm here to tell you today, from me, the words coming out of my mouth, that in order for you to heal or move beyond abuse, or not even enter into abuse, you have to number one, know the signs. Trust God. Forgive. And then live. Live your life. Do not allow this tragedy to stop you from growth. Here I am. I took the negative, and I had a whole lot of negative in my life, you all. But I took that, and today I am I hold 2 masters.
There you go.
I hold 2 master's degrees.
Okay.
I wrote my own 501c3.
There you go. Wow.
I have built a great board. I have built a great rapport with friends. And I plan on just doing a book tour and Patricia's Place and unveil all over the world, all over the country.
That's good.
You know, and I know that there is other individuals that dealt with domestic violence worse than I did.
Right.
But domestic violence is domestic violence. And some were not lucky. Some died.
Right. You're
You know.
Absolutely.
But I encourage you all, you see the signs, talk to your sons, talk to your daughters, talk to your nieces, talk to your sisters, talk to your female cousins, male cousins, LGBT.
Exactly. Female and male.
Yes.
Domestic violence does not discriminate.
It does
Period.
not. And it shows its ugly face.
It does. It does. So thank you so much, Tasha. I really appreciate